period, government has been taking a number of steps to first engage the nurses with a view to achieving an amicable resolution and also ensuring that Ghanaian patients do not endure suffering in the period. This morning, the Honorable Health Minister is here to brief us on efforts made so far to resolve the impasse. He will state government's position on the matter so far, just so that there is an avoidance of doubts. And then after him, the Honorable Deputy Minister for Finance will also shed some light on aspects of the matter relating to the nation's finances. So without taking any more of your time, I would invite the Honorable Health Minister to the microphone to brief you on events so far. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The Ministry of Health brings to the attention of the general public the ongoing strike action undertaken by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, born out of the ongoing discussions on the new conditions of service signed in May 2024 and originally scheduled for implementation in July 2024. Upon assuming office, we have, on behalf of government, engaged several times with the GNRMA to explore the best possible avenue to approve and implement the new conditions of service. While expressing our deep regret over the current impasse leading to the strike and the suffering patients enduring, the ministry states emphatically that government appreciates the invaluable contributions of Ghanaian nurses and midwives to the development of the health sector. Government remains committed to the needed engagement that will lead to the approval and implementation of the new conditions of service for nurses and midwives. Accordingly, government has directed the Ministry of Finance and the Fair Wages and Salary Commission to, as a matter of urgency, lead the development of a roadmap to ensure a smooth implementation of the process. We engage the leadership of all Nurses and Midwives Association within the health sector on 30th May 2025 to address their challenges and discuss the subsequent roadmap leading to the implementation of the new conditions of service. Fortunately, the other associations supported my intervention, with the exception of the GRNMA, which declined and proceeded to declare the strike on the 2nd of June 2025, despite the NLC caution. The National Labour Commission on Thursday, 5th June 2025, summoned all stakeholders to an emergency meeting to address the matter. However, the GRNMA failed to attend the meeting. Consequently, the NLC was compelled to take legal steps to declare the strike illegal and called on the GRNMA to immediately call it off in line with law. Yesterday, Monday, 9th June 2025, we invited the Fair Wages and Salary Commission to engage the GRMA, the Ministry of Finance, and the Ministry of Health to deliberate on roadmap for the successful implementation of the new conditions of service. At the meeting, the Fair Wages and Salary Commission once again, in accordance with law, directed the GRNMA to call off the strike to allow negotiations to continue. Government wishes to stress its readiness to further engage with a view to implementing the conditions of service in a manner that does not dislocate the national budget. We wish to draw attention to the fact that the conditions of service under reference are not captured in the 2025 budget and will completely throw the economy off gear if implemented immediately in the manner it currently exists. We are mindful of the serious economic consequences of unbudgeted expenditure and want to avoid the economic slippages that led to the hardship in the recent past. Government commits to continue to engage with the nurses in order to achieve a mutually acceptable outcome in the interest of the public. While working around the clock to resolve the impasse, the Ministry of Health has taken the following steps to mitigate the suffering of Ghanaian patients unduly affected by the strike. The ministry will, in the next few minutes, publish a comprehensive list of facilities to complement facilities where nursing services are lacking and where patients can seek health care. Given the urgency of the situation and suffering of the patients, government appeals to public-spirited retired nurses and midwives to volunteer their services for a brief period pending the resolution of the impasse. We further express our deep appreciation to practicing nurses who have opted to remain at post to help suffering patients and urge others to show similar fellow feeling and assist our ailing compatriots even as efforts are made to address their concerns. In conclusion, government reiterates its commitment to dialogue with the GRMA with a view to resolving this impasse for full nursing services to be restored. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. You may have heard him speak about the implications for the national budget in the event that the conditions of service as they exist are implemented immediately. To shed further light on that, I would invite to the microphone the Honorable Thomas Ampim, who is Deputy Minister for Finance. Thank you very much.
Good morning. We've all heard the Minister for Health, and from the Ministry of Finance, we want to show our commitment to help in resolving this important issue, because our nurses are very, very critical to healthcare delivery, and we appreciate what they do. But the reality is that we have over 120,000 nurses, and the implementation of the current condition of service that they are demanding will have serious consequences for the budget. In fact, if we fully implement it, we are going to add in excess of 2 billion cedis to the compensation budget. We have all committed that in our resolve to reset the economy of this country, we must maintain a 1.5% primary balance surplus every year in order to bring our debt levels to sustainable levels. And so it is important for us to manage expenditure. And so we want to appeal to our revered nurses that we are willing to negotiate, to sit with them and the Ministry of Health to agree on a roadmap that will help us incorporate what can be accommodated in the budget for next year. And we believe that they have all seen the hard work we are all doing to manage the economy better. We want to appeal to them that they should let us sit down and discuss what can be accommodated so that we can all have a win-win situation for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Minister. The floor is now open for any questions that may be agitating your mind on this particular issue. Please raise your hand. I will acknowledge you, and then you ask the question. Yes, Komla.
The nurses say that they started the engagement way ahead of March, where the budget got kicked in, and then the assurance they had from the Ministry of Health was to the effect that their concerns or their conditions of service would be captured in there. They now say that it's out of bad faith that you have not captured it in the budget, and you are now referring to a possible implementation of 2026. Would the government then be willing to pay the arrears that they may be foreseeing?
All right. Any other question, please? I just want to take all the questions so that they answer it.
Okay.
In composite.
Yes. Okay. My name is Maxwell Agwagwa. I work with Joy FM and Enjoy News. My question is, I'd want to find out, would you describe this as an ambush, or was it something that government anticipated? I'm asking because during the transition period, I know there were many discussions, and one of the important components of those discussions was in the health sector. Did government anticipate this? Would you describe it as an ambush? What would you describe it to be, and where do we go from here? Thank you.
All right, so the minister made mention that government is going to outline some facilities that nurses could volunteer their services, and then the retired nurses should also come and support. How long are we looking at?
If I may clarify that, he said that he was going to publish a list of healthcare facilities that will complement existing healthcare facilities where this strike action has taken place. So that is what he said he would publish. The call on retired and voluntary, retired nurses and midwives is for them to assist at the places where the strike action has taken impact. So that is a clarity that needs to be brought. But I would invite the Deputy Finance Minister to speak to the bit about negotiations that may have taken place in March, as you say, and what can be done going forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I don't want to describe any act as an ambush or any deliberate attempt at government or whatever. I think that our nurses are pushing for what they want. It is for us as government to also look at what can be accommodated within the budget. And you will all appreciate the fact that it's a new government that took over, and we have been confronted with many, many, many things. We have to balance everything and ensure that the economy is not thrown out of gear. We have a lot of debt that we need to, we have been confronted with. And so, in as much as I appreciate what our nurses do and what they are demanding, we also want them to have faith in the current administration that we mean well, and we are committed to ensure that we have a fair wage for what they do for all of us. And so let us not describe their action in any way that will mar our attempt to resolve this issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will draw down the curtains here, except to add that government's doors are open to, well, those are matters that can be looked at once people sit around the table for discussions to be had. So the invitation to members of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association still stands. And all right, so the Health Minister would want to make some concluding comments on the matter.
Yeah, thank you very much. And as a mother ministry, we want to still appeal to our, brothers and sisters who are nurses to come around the table so that we have lasting solution to this matter. And I can assure them that as a ministry, as their mother ministry, we are the best people to pursue their interest, and we are committed in doing so. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you all for coming. See you another time.
That is from the presidency talking extensively about the strike that has been embarked on by the nurses, asking for better condition of service. You had the Health Minister, Kwabena Mintakando, and also Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Ampem Enyako, stating that government is ready to get around the table with the nurses, at least to Georgia, or meet them halfway so that they can resolve this issue. They are saying that they are trying to put in plans or measures so that they do not implement something that will throw the 2025 budget out of gear. But we're just hoping and praying that, well, the nurses will heed to the call of government and rescind their decision and get back to work, as a lot of patients are grappling or bearing the brunt of the strike. You have an experience?
Yes, I actually went to the hospital yesterday, forgetting that there was a strike, and I wanted to take one of my shots, one of the vaccination shots, and then when I went there was nobody. Nobody. Every place
Wow.
was locked up. I was like, but it's time for my show. Luckily, when they checked, it wasn't really time. It was supposed to be next month. That's the only thing that saved me. But at the end of the day, I had a lot of experiences that happened at the same hospital. That's just to reach hospital right here.
The Greater Accra Regional
Yeah, the
Hospital.
Greater Accra Regional Hospital. Like there was a pregnant woman that came there. I had a lot of experiences that happened at the same hospital. That's just to reach hospital right here.
The Greater Accra Regional
Yeah, the
Hospital.
Greater Accra. There was a Saturday, and you know, his head was already crowning, but there was nobody to take care of her. So they had
Wow.
to put her back into the car and send her to the 37 military hospital. That I don't know what happened, but that was the experience the people there were were actually giving me yesterday when I was complaining about the whole thing. They're like, oh no, your own is even small. And then they talk about the pregnant woman that the baby had crowned as she went to pee. The baby the head was out. And they had to put her back into a car and send her back to 37 again.
Oh, beautiful. This is just, it just tells you that, well, the nurses would just have to get back into the various offices.
We are begging at
work.
this point. No, we are begging at this point. I feel like the government and the nurses have to come together and solve this problem. Because in as much as you think they're fighting for themselves, yes, they are fighting for themselves, but a lot of people are in danger too. They're endangering lives.
They've sworn an oath that we will save the life of many. Well, they're also thinking of how best they can also save their lives. But from what the current government is saying, we just came into power, according to the government saying that, well, we just came into power 6 months ago, and you just have to bear with us as we work around the books to address your concern. But the nurses are also saying that this has been on the table for a very long time. Why don't you work with it now? It looks like there is this back and forth with the government and nurses, but accepting or being at entrenched positions, who suffers? Is the ordinary Ghanaian that is going to suffer. I would say that because the ordinary Ghanaian doesn't have that amount of money to go for the services in a private facility, definitely a lot of people will fall on the public facilities for healthcare.
And that is exactly what happened to me. I could have gone to the private. Normally I go to private, but because of the type of vaccine it was, it's actually ×2 in a private facility. And when I'm talking about ×2, I'm not talking about 200 or 400 seats. I'm talking about 1,000 something seats.
Wow.
Yes, so imagine ×2 of that.
In the private facility.
Yes, and I'm paying 1,000 something already in
the public sector.
In the public sector.
So imagine you have a facility, Kolebu is off, Greater Accra Regional Hospital, that's Reg is off, Adabraka Polyclinic is off,
it's crazy.
You have Kaneshi Polyclinic off. Really, people will really suffer.
Of course.
People will really suffer. And I think that the earlier, the better. At least the president for the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, Perpetual, if you can really at least soften the stance a little. We know you are fighting for what you really want, like what the Deputy Finance Minister indicated. It's not going to say this is an ambush or this is in bad faith or something, but he's saying that it looks like this is what you want, and really you have to get it, because it's like you've gone into a negotiation with the previous administration. It's worked, it's been written, just for a new administration to come, and the new administration would have to carry the cross. But in the carrying of the cross, the administration wants to see the weight of the cross we are carrying, and see the number of heads you are going to bring to carry the cross, or you see the kind of rag you are going to use to carry the cross, or all that. So at least if you've embarked on this exercise for few days, I think 9 days, yes, 9 days or more. Today is 11th.
Yeah,
today is 10.
Yeah, they started on the 2nd.
On the 2nd, yeah. So let's say some 8 days from till now. At least you've seen what Ghanaians are going through, bearing the brunt of the strike. For that reason, the government is asking that, well, get back on the drawing table. let's see how best we are going to resolve this issue so that the ordinary Ghanaian wouldn't suffer. This is the decision of the government. We hope that the government is also going to show commitment to address this concern, because oftentimes they have said that you would say that we should do this. You don't show any commitment to address our concerns. Then we go back to square one. But let's see in the coming days whether the nurses will rescind their decision or call off the strike and go back to the consulting rooms, or go back to the OPD, go back to the labor ward and all that. You're still watching Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. We're back with more.
Calling all farmers, agribusinesses, and innovators, this is your chance to shine. Channel 1 TV invites you to exhibit at AgriFair 2025, one of Ghana's largest agricultural exhibitions. From Friday 20th to Sunday the 22nd of June, the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra will come alive with the very best from Ghana's agribusiness sector. Are you a farmer with fresh produce of any kind? Be it crops, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture, or you're a supplier of agro inputs and processing machinery, this is your platform to connect with the world. AgriFair 2025 is more than an exhibition. Showcase your fresh produce, share your expertise and experience, and grow your business. So, to all farmers with fresh produce, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture products, come, sell, network, and expand your business. AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation. Register now to secure your spot. Call us on 0205 973 973. Come one, come all. Enjoy the freshest farm produce at unbeatable prices. And treat yourself to sizzling kebabs made from beef, mutton, pork, chicken, and more. Great taste, great value. Don't miss out. The AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Development Bank Ghana, and Agri Impact Limited, and technology partner Farmerline.
This June, the business wave is back and it's bigger than ever. The City Business Festival 2025 on City FM and Channel 1 TV, where it's all about business. This June, we will be celebrating Ghanaian businesses, re-examining our business modules and practices through our business fora, and sharing knowledge through our on-air business discussions. Make a business date with the on-air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 City FM and 10 a.m. on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. From expert interviews to real-world insights to the tools you need to grow. Don't miss a single moment this June. It's the City Business Festival 2025, celebrating everything business. Only on City FM and Channel 1 TV. Your business, your future, your time is now. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and let's grow together. The City Business Festival 2025, celebrating everything business.
The City Business Festival 2025 is powered by 97.3 City FM and Channel 1 TV, and it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN Business, and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited.
All right, welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily, and right now it's time for us to check out a brand new episode of the Absa City Business Festival on-air series, and we told you earlier today is all about understanding the seed and agri-input economy. And Neil Latelate is going to be sitting with Dr. Amos Rutherford Azinu, who's the founder of Legacy Group Improvement Center. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy as we understand the seed and of the agri-input economy. We'll be back.